In less than 1 week after opening, I find myself right back here to do it all over again. One of the things I truly love about the Disney brand is its constant evolution. They feel like they can always do better, and they're always trying to be better. I wanted to come back and see what has changed in less than a week with the reopening of Buena Vista Street and how Orange County in California sliding back to the purple tier has affected the overall crowd flow of downtown Disney. I have no idea what this little sign means, but damn, it's cute. Are we actually going to get a green carpet, or are they getting ready to put in new turf? Either way, a sign to let us know something that we have no idea what it is coming. Classic Disney. So just after 5 quick days, the Disneyland Resort has learned a lot about the reopening of Buena Vista Street, reopening as an extension of downtown Disney. If you watched last week's video where I showed up on opening day, this is how I was greeted at the resort.
Buena Vista Street's actually closed for the day. They're already full. They had a 5-hour wait when they closed down.
That was last week, but now you can enter this area of the Esplanade, where as long as there's room in the virtual queue for Buena Vista Street, you can scan yourself in at one of these kiosks in front of these trees. Just as an experiment, I used the web version to scan in and didn't do it through the Disneyland app, but here you can see where you're instructed to pick the size of your party, and then it informs you how many parties are ahead of you. In our instance, we had 329 parties ahead of us, which that number sounds alarming and daunting. 329 parties was seriously less than 30 minutes. This system is a drastic improvement in just 5 days. You receive one text that says you've been added to the list. Then you get a second giving you 60 minutes to return. And upon returning, you go over here to the far left and you will work your way through the turnstiles, around the ticket booths, and eventually be led into the Buena Vista district. Now, just a heads up, if you want to cut line, somewhere along the way, someone will ask you to verify the last 4 digits of your phone number, and then they will ask you your name before you go in. So there are checkpoints along the way. Now, another big improvement, probably the most needed improvement, you can now technically book dining reservations for Carthay Circle over on the Disneyland app before you get to the Disneyland Resort. The original system, which was pretty faulty, once you got into BVS, you could go up to Carthay Circle, they would put you on a list. It was first come, first serve, but you had to wait around for your slot, not very 2020 or socially distanced. You can now go over to the Disneyland app technically and book a reservation in advance. I will let you know right now, they are all gone, I think, for the rest of the year. I didn't click into every date, but I could not find any available. But congratulations to my friend who was able to get one for he and his wife. I will not name him because I don't want anyone to try to steal his reservation. But I clicked on several dates for this video and I couldn't find any open dates. They could be there, I just couldn't find them. For safety reasons, there was not a huge Christmas tree put inside of DCA. I have come to completely agree with this decision on behalf of Disneyland, as I've seen how people are backing up just to get a photo in front of the red car trolley. But if you are looking for the Christmas vibes, there's Christmas trees all up and down downtown Disney, and there's this huge one at the edge of the Esplanade, which you can see these 2 good dogs getting a photo taken. Who's a good boy? And speaking of the best of dogs, if you are someone that has a service dog or knows someone who has a service dog, something that I was not aware of that I discovered last night at the end of runway 30 in Grizzly Peak is this little potty break for service animals. This is awesome. I love these type of details. Another fun new detail noticed last night, they had Avengers Campus with its show lighting on. Now, last Thursday, they just had work lights on it, just bright white light, but now we can see it illuminated in its show lighting, which I have to say makes this look so much like the concept art with that nice blue hue emitting everywhere. And look at those futuristic light fixtures. Every land has its own light fixtures, and I love it. Avengers Campus looking real good right now. And if you want to find out how you can get first grabs at one of the new Spider Bots, if you're an annual pass holder, you'll want to watch the video that I dropped Monday in the series where I explained to you everything going on with annual passes during this particularly weird time to be an AP holder. The Star Wars pop-up shop takeover of the former Wonderground Gallery is coming along much better. You can see that they've replaced the old artist banners with Star Wars banners. Did a little adjustment to the sign, so it's starting to look like it has a home here, but I don't want it to stay forever. I need Wonderground to come back. I think the resort needs Wonderground to come back, so let's just hope that this is just something here while we're waiting for the storm to pass. As I'm sure you're aware, Southern California has slipped into the purple tier here in California, which is our most restrictive tier, meaning that there's no more indoor dining and all dining is supposed to be takeout only. As a result, these signs have popped up all around the resort encouraging you to use the camera on your phone or your Disneyland app to mobile order ahead, even for quick service places like Salt and Straw. And yes, I did have some Salt and Straw. Unless you talk to my wife, no, I didn't have any Salt and Straw. And I also didn't have a corn dog. Okay, maybe I did.
There it is. My first corn dog in a long time.
Here's a fun one that I dropped on my live stream last night that people seem to enjoy. When you come over to Big Rock Candy Mountain, there's actually 2 different trains that are used to create scale. There's this larger train on the ground level, and then as the mountain tiers up, they use a smaller train to create a level of perspective. And if you're curious about what this window means, well, this was almost an attraction in the park, and yes, I have a video about it. I've read in the comments that a few of you don't quite know if you feel safe going back to the resort yet, and I'm not here to convince anybody to go or to stay away, but I can give you advice based on what I've seen. Because it is now possible to get added to a mobile line safely from your phone, and after 6 days, the demand has lessened, giving you better odds of getting in later at night. A lot of this footage that you're seeing is between the 8 and 9 o'clock hour. There is so much seating everywhere. Earlier this evening, we had dinner in Hollywoodland. Me and my friend Philander, we went and recorded a podcast back in Grizzly Peak. You can get away from the crowd if you want to, and then all of this footage you see is the last hour, where it is very much empty, and you can kind of walk around and catch all of the vibes that maybe you've been missing over the last set of months. Currently, Southern California has a 10 p.m. curfew, so I know that I announced earlier that they're going to be keeping downtown Disney open to 10 o'clock starting Black Friday and going all the way up to the holiday season. That has now been moved back to 9 o'clock, and they have a pretty intense, for Disney, we'll say, way of shutting down the park. They're normally pretty lax, and if they see people still shopping or taking photos, they'll be pretty patient with you. But they now have to get everyone out around, I believe, 9:30 because their cast and crew members need to also be out by 10 because of this curfew. So, interesting times. I'm not even certain that all of this will still be open by Christmas morning, so we take it day by day, and that's why I enjoy doing these videos, to bring all of you up to speed on what the latest developments at Downtown Disney currently are. And hey, I know Buena Vista Street, it's not Main Street, and I know many of you are probably missing Main Street USA, but let me give you a quick suggestion on a magic substitution that you can make. If you're someone who likes to sit and watch it all go by, then you probably love sitting in the rocking chairs on the porch on Main Street in front of the old Wizard of Bras. But let me suggest that maybe this is the new porch that you want to hang out on. If you can stand up here, you can easily look out and just watch life go by, and it might just maybe remind you of being over on Main Street. Just one of those little tucked away Disney areas where you can just sit back and soak in the magic and just watch other people living in Walt's original Magic Kingdom's next door neighbor. Not the same, but feels so much better than anything that I thought we would be getting at this point in this year. And really, that's what this little section of DCA has been all about. Just something that feels somewhat normal. And the first couple minutes that you're in there, you're like, oh, I can't believe I'm back inside of a Disney park. I can't believe I'm doing this again. But friend, let me tell you, the familiarity that you feel is unbelievable. It just quickly feels like you're back in the old neighborhood, back to old times. And as far as public safety goes, I keep saying this, I want to praise Disney for this. This is the most safe I feel whenever I go out into public. Counting the grocery store, counting my neighborhood, everywhere I go, this is where I feel at most at peace. This is where I feel as safely as possible right now. I mean, not at Mickey's PhilharMagic, but, inside of DCA, this little bit of DCA that we have back. And I know Florida has a fully operational park. Good for them. This is the life I'm living. This is all I know. Now, if you watched last week's update, my dream was just to sit on a bench, and I said that I found the perfect bench to sit on. Well, 6 days later, and
my bench is missing. My bench that was sitting right here, it is gone. They moved my bench here. How dare they? My bench is gone.
There you go, friends. That's all of the different things that I could find that have happened in the last week. Really, 5 to 6 days here in DCA and Downtown Disney. Downtown Disney adjusting to the California restrictions on being in the purple tier. And then we're seeing the evolution of DCA. You know, we're seeing Carthay Circle taking reservations. We're seeing the mobile app system go into play. They're slowly figuring all of this out. And my prediction is once they do, we'll start to see more shops and more of this park reopen. Thank you so much for watching this weekly update. Let me know, is this a series you'd like for me to keep doing just to kind of keep everybody in the loop, how things are developing out at Downtown Disney? I'd love to do it if you want to watch it. Leave a comment. Let me know what you found in here that you weren't aware of. Where do you want to go when you get to DCA? And by all means, please follow along with the channel so I can keep you updated with all Disney news. And please give this video a thumbs up. It's absolutely free and it supports this channel. Look at that. There's kids playing inside of a Disney park again in California. So friends, until the next time I see you in Disney's California Adventure, I'll see you back here on the channel with more Disneyland news. Thank you for watching.